Yo, what up? It's your boy Mic Dreams here. We got, you know who it is, Faze in the building. The OG hip-hop promoter himself. The man. The one and only. Yo, we back tonight. This is part 3, I believe now.
Part 3, yeah.
You know, we've been through so much.
Could be part 3 and 4.
It could be.
Depending on the go.
Yes. We've been through so much. We have so many cool stories, shows, and guess what? I have a special treat for you tonight. I brought in my flyer book.
Found his book.
And I'll just post,
bro.
You know, just put some up right here. You guys probably don't know any of these, but these were some of the founding shows for the companies and things that we did. So, I mean, I don't even know where to start, but...
Start by liking and subscribing this video. Thank you for coming to the Elite Player Network and supporting us. If you know anything about us, we're all about the support and building the scene here, so we appreciate that. Appreciate you guys checking us out after all these years. Back at it, doing this shit.
I know, right?
Dude, awesome, parts 1 and 2, we heard the love from you guys, the comments, all the old school fans, you know, appreciating this, really enjoying it, so that makes us feel good. 100%. And yeah, we just want to keep the series going for sure. Mike over here brought all these flyers. We skimmed through it a little earlier. I was freaking out remembering all this shit. Thank God he kept all these because this is so fucking dope. Like I forgot half of these. He showed me shit from my shows that I forgot I did. I was like, what the fuck? And this guy's showing shows from 2005, before I was even in the fucking game, before I was in audio engineering school, before I even knew I wanted to rap. This guy's putting on huge shows, hundreds of people, all the biggest artists in Vancouver. It's crazy looking at the names on the flyers. It's like, wow, it's like a who's who of the Vancouver hip-hop scene. It's like all your favorite rappers were on our shows, especially his from the beginning, right from the jump.
Like, we literally could do a podcast about just specific shows. We're not going to do this, but there's so many intertwined stories.
So many, dude.
Like, and
your whole Street Beats series is like iconic. 2005, bro. Street
Beats was kind of like the blueprint to Van City All-Stars. It was like the same thing, because you not exactly, but not the mimicking, but it's good. Like the 1, the 2, the 3.
We
both
like
did
a series
3. We both did 3.
Hey, I did 4.
That's you.
I beat you by 1.
Well, whatever. Fuck.
No, but you really originated this shit, man, for sure, man. Street Beats. I remember going to number 3. That shit was iconic. Number 2 at Richards, which is crazy. Like you were saying, like your number 2 was at Richards, my number 2 was at Richards.
Well, that's crazy.
I just thought of that right now.
That's
nuts,
That
right?
is really crazy.
Yeah.
And what's even more cool about Richards on Richards is that right after we kind of did this, it got torn down.
It got torn down, right? Yeah, that's like an iconic venue. So it was nice that we actually got to do it.
I think your Van City All-Stars was...
shut it down.
I think it was...
I think it was close to it, yeah.
It literally was that, like, month or within that... I'm pretty sure it might have even been.
It might have been the last one. Yeah, it might have been one of the last for sure. Yeah, I closed shortly after that. They're like, all right.
Pardon me.
We can't top this one. Let's just close the doors.
And, you know, and I got to give a huge... Actually, before we even do that, let's just give 2 seconds for DZ, man. A moment of silence.
Yep.
I take my hat off right here. This one's for you, bro. We love you. You know, man, DZ Man was a big part of all our lives, and we just had to do that. I thought about it today. It wouldn't be right. We didn't do it last time, and I kind of thought we should have done that. So, but...
No, for sure.
And, you know, and even on the old days, like, I was writing down some stuff today, and even just doing it, like, even before I started doing these and meeting you, I was known as the Freestyle Battler guy in Maple Ridge. I was battling all the kids, like, the parks. I didn't even, like, this just didn't happen. I had to battle my way to even get to this point.
Yeah.
To even get there, I did battles. One of the best, Gemini, actually, my buddy Gemini sent me this, July 23rd, 2003. Huge Holy day. Shit. It was Garn put it on, Ghost Fiends. Gemini was there. Aspire was there. Danny was there from Danny and Lizzie, Emotion Sisters was there. POS Crew, RC the Hazard. Me. This is all the first introduction to, like, all these artists. This is our first, like, battle.
That's crazy.
On wax. And Gemini actually won, I think, the first one. I won the 4th. Aspire won the 2nd. Garn was the 3rd. I got the flyer, or the digital. I won on the 4th. That was, like, my first battle and introduction. And that's like literally like how I started, was just battling kids, man. Like,
Yeah. No,
battling kids. Like, I remember my buddy Nate, and even being in Ridge, I'd be asleep, and they call me in the middle of the night like, hey man, you gotta come battle this kid. I'm like, bro, I'm sleeping. It's like 8 o'clock, and like, or, you know, like I can't remember, 3 o'clock, 3 in the morning, but. And I'd have to go there, and they'd be like, pump me up, you gotta beat this kid. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go again.
Yeah.
I get there, crew's waiting, his crew's waiting. As soon as I get there, they surround me like a UFC fight.
That's sick.
I'm like, oh shit, this is going down. Yeah. And I was always just taking notes at the stuff on the walls, people behind me.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, there's 4 chicks behind me, and it's like 8:09, or, you know, the time.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rhyme about something about the time.
You've always done that.
And, rhyme, like, you know...
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck who's beside you. Yeah. Look at all, like, I don't care. Look at the 4 chicks and the 3 guys behind you.
Yeah.
Or behind me, and like, and they're like, whoa, like, or talk about the time when the clock's behind my wall and I'm looking them right in the eye. Yeah. Like, you know, what you gonna do? I'll beat you even if it's 3 or 3:42.
Right.
And they're like, whoa, like, how does he know that he's not
You've always been able to, like, you always pick up very descriptive stuff, like, in the moment that everyone can relate to. And that shit hits harder, right? Because then people are like, oh shit, that's, like, right there.
Well, you know it's not written when a guy's rhyming about your shirt and your hole in your pants and your hair fade, because that's not premeditated.
Somebody's rhymes is like, that's not for me.
No, exactly.
You wrote this at home. This
so that was, like, a huge thing back in the day, like, people recycling bars, using bars all over. Like, back in the old battle days,
still a thing.
It's not crazy. Like KOTD now. Like, you meet at a park, you maybe have some premeditated rhymes, and that's it. I would go to a park by myself.
Yeah.
I'd show up, there's 30, 40 dudes, all his friends. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. I might even get jumped. It's in my head, I'm thinking, you know, but... That's just the adversity of how bad I really wanted to do it. Like, you know, I would go bust by myself to battle kids in Maple Ridge until I battled everyone. There's none left. Yeah. And that's why I had to leave the city. I had to leave. Yo, serious.
That's funny. That's why you left.
So, and then one time, after I did that battle, and I'll get through my stuff quick, but I did this thing. My buddy set it up at the old Tommy's Bar and Grill.
Okay.
They had a freestyle battle night. I set it up. It's called 8 Mile Freestyle. Yeah, so it was when 8 Mile's just coming out, so I set it up. This is where the first time I met Lenny Dico. He had long hair, and I'm like, look at his mullet. I might come up and just pull it.
Yeah.
One day we're chilling, we're just chilling. I'm like, he's like, we're talking. I'm like, yeah, I did a freestyle there. Beat this guy with the mullet. He looks at me, he's like, that was me. I'm like, yo, bro, that was when I met Lenny Dico the very first time, years before we even...
work together.
Like, that's crazy. Wild. I know. Wild. I thought you would enjoy that. Isn't that nuts?
That's pretty
so I
sick.
Battled Lenny Dico, smoked him in front of everyone, pulled his mullet, and let him go. But I loved Lenny. Like, he's one of my best. He always has the best shoes. Even to this day, he's got the best, like, $200 fresh Nikes.
Nice.
So I did that, won the crowd. Remember, they gave me a big thing. Like, it was a big moment for me, because that was, like, actually, like, my biggest battle moment. Like, the crowd... Like, I remember I went and sat down in the VIP. Everyone's coming up. Girls, anyone wanted autograph. It was... I'm so minor still.
That's crazy,
but to me, it was a huge moment. I'm like, oh, I can do this. I got this shit now.
That's so
like, I'm like, I'm going to win. Watch. And when I said I'm going to win it. I told the guys before I'm going to win it.
Yeah.
So it's like just my...
Well, we even, like, mentioned that in the first one. Like, remember when I was thinking about doing a mixtape, people referred me to you. They're like, oh, there's that white boy here that raps. So everybody knew that at our school that you already rap.
I didn't even
your name was already known there because people were like, yo, you gotta find him, he raps. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I found you, like, the next day.
It's funny, too, because I didn't have a lot of music, though. Yeah. I was a battler.
But obviously your reputation was out there because everyone at our school knew you.
Yeah, I guess so. Right? I didn't know that. Yeah, when you say that, I didn't realize this. I'm just a kid 20 years old.
I came to school literally that day to find you. I'm like, where's this kid? I gotta find him. Yeah. Then I found you in your mixing booth. In the same one. I'm like,
unbelievable. Right, that's history, Van City right there. Mm-hmm. So then after that battle, one day me and my mom were moving. So on the Beat 94.5, they have these call-in freestyles. Do you remember those?
Right, yeah.
So I called in. Yeah. We're moving from one place to another. They had a couple. I tried to call in. It's like, it's impossible to get through. Like, you have to call, like, over. I remember sitting in my room one time trying to get in, called up 50 times. I couldn't get through. I'm like, oh, some other guy won. I would have smoked him. I was like,
right.
So then we're moving. Yeah. I'm in my mom's got the van packed to stuff. I'm listening as we're driving, and they're like, next caller coming now. I'm like, pull over, Mom.
Yeah.
There's a payphone.
Yeah.
I put a quarter in.
Right.
Freestyle at the payphone. I even rhymed about how I'm at a payphone.
Yeah.
I think I was like, yo, I maneuver like a cougar from Maple Ridge to Vancouver. I'm so slick.
Shit.
Coming up with that new shit. I just,
You
something
just
like,
yeah,
and I killed it. They're like, who are you? Yeah. I'm like, and I did it one time before, and I used to go so before, I don't think anybody knows this, my first rap name was White Mike. And I used to dawdle little white.
I know why you didn't tell anybody.
I used to draw little white microphones with my name in the middle, and here I am years later being Mic Dreams. The irony.
You're still a white Mike.
Still a white Mike. So I did one of these freestyle battles.
Way to lean into that one.
I did. I know you didn't even know this shit. So I did White Mike. One time, I got through.
Everybody comment White Mike in the comments right now.
Oh my god!
Run it up.
Run it
Hashtag
up.
White Mike.
Yo, so check this out, everyone. So I get like the odds of me getting through. Then I'm moving. Then I'm with my mom. I get through. I kill it. I'm like, okay. They're like, oh, what's your name? Like, how old are you? I think I was like, again, maybe 19, just 19.
Yeah.
And all these kids were older. I was like probably the youngest. They're like, oh, you're 19. Anyway, I'm like, what's your name? I'm like, oh, I'm known in Maple Ridge as Hammy. Used to just be my name. It wasn't like my rap name. I didn't even think about it. I was like, I'm just known as Hammy. So I'm like, what's your name? I'm like, oh, just go Hammy. Didn't think anything of it. Won the battle. Was all over the radio. Didn't think anything of it. Went and moved. Finished my moving. Didn't think anything of it. Just another day. I go to school in the morning. Everybody's coming up to me. Everybody heard it. They're like, Hammy, what up? What the fuck? We didn't know you could rap. What the fuck? Like even teachers heard me.
That's crazy.
On the radio.
Yeah.
And so after that, I was like, kind of like, within the town. I'm like a celebrity, but
your name was out there.
It gave me rap. Like it gave me that moment. Like, yo, this guy isn't just doing it. It was a really cool.
That is pretty cool. That's dope.
And that's how I actually was like, oh, I'm Hammy. Like that's when I went from then on, and I added the Northern Mike later.
Yeah, it gave you an identity kind of thing.
I knew everyone knew me as Hammy, and that's why it stuck. So that's why I kept it as Hammy.
You're still on my phone as Hammy.
I know.
You'll always be Hammy.
I know, right?
It's like Mike Dreams, like nah.
Nah, it's not Mike Dreams.
Even my sister today, she's like, you can shoot the podcast. I'm like, yeah. She's like, with Hammy. And I'm like,
I know. I love your sister. Shout out to Faze and sister and all those rides you gave me when all those crazy late nights from the shows we used to do. She'd get me home safely. I probably wouldn't have made it home. Thank you so much.
She'd pick us up like 3 in the morning.
Oh, she's the sweetest heart in the universe.
Yeah.
But that's what my Hammy moment. That's when I became Hammy, and I didn't plan it. I remember just walking down the hallways. Everyone bombarded me, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
It's cemented now. I can't go back on it.
No.
White Mike's gone.
Knows. White Mike's gone.
In the wind, dust. Oof.
That's so funny.
Right?
That's awesome.
Crazy show. So
that's dope.
So then after that, and then that's when right after that, this is when me and Adam Martin. Again, shout out Adam, we just called and talked right before this. Natural Talent was our company. And we started the very first show in a hall. We had, like you said, we had booking, liquor license, security.
Yeah, the whole
you have
deal.
To book the venue. We needed $1,000 deposit.
A lot of fucking
to do
work,
this show,
man.
It was $5,000. I'm not joking.
No, I believe you.
And we hired our own security, liquor license, bartenders.
Yeah.
Like it was a club, a giant club put on by us in
yourself.
Pitt Meadows.
Yeah.
Everybody in the freaking town came out for this one. It was iconic. There's pictures.
Yeah.
DZ's first show with us. I think that was his first show.
Nice.
Like Ghost Fiends was on it.
Yeah.
Really sick. Defining moment, but separated to the point where we are now. And like, I'm looking at the flyer now, and it got Dipped was sponsoring us. We got some model fucking competition.
June 17th, 2005.
June 17th, 2005.
But show the flyer to the camera, yeah.
So here she be.
That's pretty sick.
This shit's crazy. Oh, where can you see me? There it is.
Yeah.
Unreal.
That's wild.
Like, look at this shit.
Yeah, no, that's dope.
And, I mean, this was kind of the moment, things really started to change. And then after that, that's when I went to I was already applying for school. So this is just when I was meeting you as two.
Yeah.
Before, and I'm hosting. Oh my lord!
I saw that picture. I'm like, who is that? Like,
yeah, I know. They warped my picture, June 17th, 2005. So, you know, like
it's the white mic, yo.
It's the white mic, still back.
That's not Emmy. That's the white mic.
No.
That's why I didn't recognize him.
And then we did other stuff, like I got Street Beats 2, Hammy,
I like
myself.
how all the pictures are just like everyone in their like living room.
yeah, right.
It's like, yo, here's like.
And then here's Street Beats 2.
There's like no promotional picture. Like no one did that shit back in the day. Just like whatever picture you had, just cut out the background.
Crazy. Unreal, like harsh nostalgic, man.
Street Beats too.
People would probably see this on the streets back in the day because we
100%.
would literally. I think
They were everywhere, dude. I remember.
Me and Adam would print like 1,000. It
Yeah.
costed us like, dude, we would spend like $300 on flyers.
Yeah.
I'm not joking sometimes.
No, 100%.
Because they're not cheap back then too.
No,
and to do all this digital work before like the digital age kind of came into play.
Yeah. Dude,
Again,
we did flyers, we did posters, tickets, like all that shit, man. We actually that's the difference between us. We put in money for the shows. And we did the shit properly. You know what I mean? Like no one was doing it like this back then, man. Nobody was doing shit like that.
I mean, there was,
these
but
tickets, bro.
I know, like these tickets are crazy. I got a whole gang of these too as well. Like can't see them all, but man, some of these are freaking just classic events. Like we got one at O-Bar, DZ, with Yeast Infection, August 5th, 2005, Street Beats 2, September 1st, 2005.
At this time when you're doing shows, how many other promoters do you think were doing shows?
Well, before us,
There's
so
probably a few.
yeah, and like we were talking, Excalibur and Mo. They were the OGs even before us. Like that's again, I used to even go to their stuff prior to even me doing any of this. So there was promotion going on, but it was very little, and it was the older guys.
With those guys,
the younger crew didn't like younger promoters weren't in it yet. If it was hip hop promoters, they were all older.
Right.
You know what I mean? We were like the younger gen. There wasn't guys at 20 years old putting on hip-hop shows. They're the older guys, right? Because they've been through it. They were our OGs. Yeah. You know? Our peers.
Definitely, for sure.
You know? And same with Emotions had the Monday nights.
Yeah.
We talked about that. I mean, man, it gets
those guys like Mo and X, like I was going to say, their mixtapes especially.
Unbelievable mixtapes.
Dude, the quality of it looks so fucking dope, dude. Just their graphics, and they were consistent with it.
Broham Camp CDs, they had like a freaking all-star team.
You go by
artists on
Urban Wear,
catalog.
bro. You go like Eastside Urban Wear, and there would be like 8 to 10 CDs of all of them, and like in their camp to like each artist, and everything looked perfect.
They had everyone. Big Diamond on it.
It looked like fucking like No Limit type shit. You know what I mean?
Like, it was like that. Yeah, no, for real.
It stood out. I'm like, these guys are fucking doing it right. Like we aspired to be like that. You know what I mean? Like it was dope.
In this, for sure, group wise, putting on and how they were so organized.
Yeah, I was always like, this looks fucking dope.
They were light years ahead of us.
100%.
They had like 8 albums before we even knew each other.
We were just like getting into it, and these guys were like doing it at that level.
Respect to X-Cal, man. I still talk to him. He's fucking dope as shit. He's the best dad ever too.
He's dope as fuck. Yeah, he's always been like super nice, super respect. I remember I sent him a track one day, and I was like, yo, what do you think of it? He's like, yo, your voice sounds fucking dope, man. I was like, yo, and at that time I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like, this guy's saying that about me? I'm like, that's fucking dope. Like, that was like the biggest thing for me at that point. I'm like, okay, so, you know, like someone from that crew like fucks with me. I'm like, okay, maybe I can do this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, no, it was dope. And I remember too, X-Cal also, he had these like battles, and they would film it like KOTD, but like in a ring. And he was like the host. And I think it was like Manic versus Aspire or someone else. Yeah. Because at the time they were, you know, still known battlers more than even me at the time. I'm like in the burbs coming up still. These are the OGs. Yeah. And I just remember like, it's like a boxing match. They made it like a battle. Like ding, ding, ding. And they had like a mic come down or something. Or like super sweet. Like an old school like boxing. It's hard to remember all the details, but I just wanted to give a shout out to that. People were doing major work because now look at artists in the city who have gotten big, and I'm not saying like every little Lego piece adds to this house of cards of the city and the scene. So everybody whose work before didn't go in vain.
You know,
Yeah.
and on and on and on and so till now. Like, honest Van City hip hop and music, for all genres especially, but in hip hop, it's so much now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I couldn't count 30 underground rappers. There's more than 30 in every city now.
Easily.
You can't even keep up with every. Dude, there's so many videos.
Dude, it pisses
on
me
a
off.
daily basis.
It pisses me off, but sometimes there's like 30 on a show.
Yeah,
it's like, why?
30,
you know me, I would
30
hate
MCs.
that. I look at the flyer, all you see is names. I'm like, fuck, I'm not going to this show. You know, I would hate to see that shit now. I hated it back then. Like, dude, put like 5 artists on the show, you know what I mean? You put in like 20, 30, and everybody wants to do like 45 minutes, and it's like, bruh, I don't want to hear your album.
Yo, so I found this is Faze's very first show.
Dude,
with the Duelist.
Dude, check this out. My first show as a promotion company and my first show as an artist.
Unreal.
The same.
DZ Man. And this is the show Robin Williams was
Robin Williams came through.
It was DZ Man's pre-CD release party. It's Crazy Natural Talent, Triple Snake.
Not even his CD release party, but it's his pre-release party.
DZ was a marketing genius.
It's the pre-release party.
It's the pre-CD release party. Unbelievable. I can't believe that. And that's in Stone Temples on Granville Street. Like...
Yeah. Yeah, that's
like
wild.
Unfreaking believable. And then we still got these Drunk Skunk Entertainment ones, the Drake flyers, the Lamplighters we went over. Like the list goes on.
The Lamplighter shows are fun too.
They were really packed.
Yeah.
And
it was good like experience to do that kind of show because they had the raised stage and everything. It was like dope. There was always good crowds there too.
Yeah. 100%. What else we got?
The Funked Up Thursdays.
I know, Funked Up Thursdays, the Drake, Big Vodka, P-Man. What is that, Trouble? How do you say that? Trouble is nice? Without the O. Prophecy, Keepsakes, JT James, Pablucci. Shout out to the homie Pablucci. Domino Click. Oh, that's crazy. Domino Click 2. That was with Autocrat. And that's where Young Sin was in too.
Right.
Yeah, way back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I swear.
Oh,
yeah.
That's dope.
And Zuki Joseph. Oh, that's crazy. He's unreal. That, you know what? Zuki Joseph is related to T-Bone, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is he?
Or they're friends, yeah.
Oh, okay, dope.
Then we got the High Stakes. I'm going to let you take this. So this is... Faze doesn't even have the flyer for this. This is the Van City All-Stars.
We made posters. This is when I dropped off to Dip and Method Man was there. And I would put up the posters like in the window and shit.
Shout out to High Stakes. All the
Method
boys.
Man was like, what is this?
I can't
like,
see because
Van City All-Stars
well,
too.
you get it. Unreal. Like, this is crazy shit here. Like, to have the flyer, like, it's one thing to talk about it when we're going, seeing the flyers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think, like, I don't even think Cannabis has one.
So, Cannabis, P-Man, Vic Vodka headline this shit.
Which we have footage of this night on Pass the Mic, which we're going to play another time.
Yeah.
We have, so that Pass the Mic, if you know what Pass the Mic is, an old TV show doing Vancouver.
Yeah.
Hip-hop strictly. And Van City All-Stars, the 3 that he did, all were on Pass the Mic. So there's this one classic footage. Oh, man. And
in 240p.
240p back then again, because it was before the internet.
Yeah.
They didn't have high-quality stuff. Or they didn't know how to load it properly.
No. It was on TV, though. It was on TV.
Yeah, the show was on TV.
But they put these clips on their YouTube channel, I guess.
Yeah, Pass the Mic actually had TV time.
TV time, yeah.
So, like, when you could actually go on a
I actually saw the shit you saw on YouTube. I actually saw it on TV at the time. Yeah,
really?
Because I used to watch Pass the Mic.
Yeah, me too.
So it was like when they were showing clips, I'm like, yo, my fucking show is on TV right now. Like, yo, what the fuck?
And nothing's even more funnier
than
in his show.
I was like, what the fuck is happening? I'm like, this is my show. I didn't even know it was gonna be on that episode. I was just watching it like normally. And then I'm like, this is my show. It's like
the Faze is so busy running the night that other people's.
I'm not in any of the.
They go to some guy like, hey man, like.
No, because it says Elite Play Entertainment and Ninth Prophecy.
Yeah, so you did put it on with them.
I put it on with them, but they were managers of Andreas, who's an R&B singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they just like came on as like.
Yeah, like added support.
Yeah,
for the night.
Support for the night.
For sure, but it was all you. Like everything was Elite Players. He put like the guy who made the name, who brought the people, like, it was all you. Like, of course, there's more help and everything. There's always extra help at shows.
Yeah.
And extra added
like,
sponsors and
Eastside
shit.
Urban Wear, Dipped,
Man.
Asylum App, Snake Eyes Entertainment.
That's discreet.
No, well, yo, at the time, because he's on the show, because Mike, and Mike is part of Soul Good now with Pedro. And he was a big supporter. He's the one who brought me into O-Bar to do Van City All-Stars 1. He's always been, like, a huge supporter of mine. Helped me do, like, he got me, like, club access to do hip-hop shows. He's always been good to me. That guy, Soul Good, Mike, Pedro, those guys have always been, like, they've had my back for sure.
That's awesome, bro.
Asylum Ave Studio.
Yo, shout out Asylum Ave.
MySpace is on here.
Vicious 5150, all the
my
old
cell
days.
number's the same.
RC the Hazard. Yo, it's
my
still,
cell number's the same.
Oh my god. That is sad. His cell number's
I never
the
changed
same.
it.
Yo, I know.
I never got too big, bro.
Yo, yeah, it's crazy.
You can still call me if you
I
got
still
it.
know your number in my head by heart. By default. C-Styles, your show. C-Styles.
Adam Baines.
Like, this is major shit.
Defenders of the Faith, Checkmate, Concise.
So when they did
Excalibur.
Excal, what up, Excal?
On the show,
Yo, that's crazy.
Tragic and Hydro, Discreet. Prophecy was on the show with T-Lo as well. B Diamond was on with these guys.
You see what I'm saying? Excal, all the
yeah, Excalibur. See, that's the thing. I grew up and I was like, yo, Van City All-Star. I reached out. It's like, you want to be on the show?
Fucking course.
Yeah, like, that's dope.
That is dope. And see
2007.
And when I'm watching this, the past the mic footage, so the guy Toronto was really big with their music, right? Van City was still kind of silent. You know, we didn't have, you know, we still had Swollen, we still had Sweatshop, we still had
Rascals,
Checkmate, Concise. Like, there was still major shit, but a lot of the music scenes in Toronto. So when we were doing this Faze is like putting on All-Stars to put a stamp on the West Coast that we are here and we are All-Stars, and this is the best of the best.
Check and Concise were like a big deal at this point too. Like,
this
were, like,
is the best of the best in the city. I mean, and there's still way more. We could have put Emotions. We could have put so many. I'm just saying it's like a hockey team. There's only so many spots.
That's the thing. I've never been about putting 30 fucking people on
it's
the
not
show.
about
It's
putting. You put 8 people, 7 of the best of the best. Not even, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But that was like, even when you did the first one, to me, in my head, I was like, that's dope, because you're putting together the best of the best in the city, and you could really see the people feeling it. Like, even watching that that underground video of Hydro on Past the Mic, it's like, you know, like,
for sure. Like,
people were really excited to be there. Like, yo, this is a Van City All-Star. I feel like you're making them feel like they're All-Stars. So you're making, you know, whether you know it or not, even it's just being a name, you're letting a stamp on the city for people to do.
It's the promotion, right? It elevates all the artists
Van City
that are on
All-Stars.
the event, you know? It elevates the artists, it elevates the event, it elevates everybody around it, elevates the city. It's like everything. You all put on for each other, you all support. That whole night is about supporting the Vancouver hip-hop scene as a whole. That's what the whole night is about.
That's why he brought the best seat.
Yeah.
And no one, again,
so let's bring in the best artists all in one fucking event.
At the time,
because you can never see all the top artists. No. Maybe one will be headlining, then a bunch of openers. That's
what I'm saying. Like, for you to put most of the best guys together at the same time on one show as an all-star show, unfucking heard of. To be honest, like, even in my opinion, bro, and I'm not just saying this, they were some of my favorite shows to go and to be at. Like, I would want to be on one of them. I even remember, like, yo, man, you got a slot on Van City. I'm not an all-star unless you put me on.
Oh my god,
you know, but to me, it's like, if Faze don't put me on as an all-star, I can't go around claiming it. But that's but you set the bar for that, you know, like, and whether you know it or not, it's true, bro. Like, these are fucking crazy shows. Anyone who's anyone from 2007 went to hip-hop shows will really understand the significance of these, and to be at like Richards on Richards before it went under, and like, that's crazy. No one can go back to these Richards. Like, only OGs will know Richards on Richards too. No one, like, none of these new guys, only Richards on what, Dicks on what, you know,
or even like Cheers.
It was
the fourth one we did at Cheers
was
Snack
amazing.
the Ripper was on there.
I
think Cannabis and those guys were on there too. Like, there was a lot of big names on that one too.
Yeah, man.
The third one, Emotions was on. D City. The whole Elite Players crew, like T-Funk, Matt.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, it was dope, man. Those are fun shows to put on too.
Oh, dude, like there's so many.
much fucking work, which is why I'm not in any of the footage because I'm busy running around.
Yeah, it's so funny because like
my ass off.
Phase's 3 Pass the Mic episodes of your All Stars.
Yeah.
Everyone else has an interview but Faze because Faze is so busy running around.
Yeah.
Everyone's just taking. Everyone's just gloating. It's a good moment, but.
Yeah, like it's fine, but like that's why I'm not. If you're looking for me, I'm not gonna be in there. But that's why I'm busy running around organizing and make sure the fucking event goes smoothly. But it was good. All the artists had fun. Like all the DJs had fun. Like all the people. Like it was a good night.
What was the DJ? That one DJ we were talking about. Genius. He was the best Scribble Jam champion. Right? I remember watching him at Van City All Stars 1.
Yeah.
And the guy was insane. Probably still one of the best. Genius. And he had these cool shirts.
Yeah.
The G was like all cool. It's like kind of how you do your elite players. Like that. It's like it's a little different.
Yeah.
But
it was similar.
And it was amazing.
I remember him cut and it was like I don't know what song it was, but it said the word one. And he kept like going back for it. He was like one. He kept going back, like cutting. I still remember that. I'm like, this is fucking insane.
I remember.
Yeah, like scratching it, I was like, this is nuts. Because I love that shit. Like DJ Wax is another guy who does that, who I think is like insane when it comes to that shit. He doesn't even, when I book him for shit and I tell people like, yo, he scratches like crazy, he doesn't even want me to tell people that because he's like, let it be a surprise. Yeah. But I'm like, nah, that's why I'm booking you, bro. Like, your scratching is like insane. And he did all the cuts and shit on Cannabis' album, which I didn't know about that till like last week. No, I saw him in the thing, but I didn't even realize that. But last week I had dinner with him, and he was like, "Yeah, I did all the scratches on Cannabis' album." I was like, "No, I didn't know that. What the fuck?"
That's crazy, dude.
Like, yeah, because there's like another DJ that he worked with, but so I just assumed he did it. He's like, "No, he actually passed it off to me, and I did all the cuts." I'm like, "Yo, that's crazy."
That's crazy. Yeah.
So I'm like, that makes sense. Because your cuts are insane, and the scratching, all that is fucking
insane.
Nuts. Yeah.
Oh man, there's so much here, man. Like,
there's so much. Dude.
I got flyers for days. Like we could.
That tripped me out when you went to that page too. Van City All Star 2.
Oh, I know, and I got like the Belly shows, the Waldorf, freaking.
We got the keepsake stickers.
Old keepsake stickers and stuff. Like, come on, dude. Like, look at this shit. Unreal.
Show your flyer. The ties into your Russell Simmons story.
Oh yeah, this
when
is.
When you gave him the hoodie, remember the Godfather of hip hop? That's the actual flyer for that show. So here's the actual
flyer.
That's sick.
For it. Crazy enough, eh? So a lot of people were actually down there, and but this is. I'm pretty sure. So the same day this happened, and I can't see July. So it was like a sunny day. I still kind of remember, and we were handing out flyers. It was either this day or like the day after. I'd have to go back and see exactly. Yeah, probably the Van City Street Beats 3. Sorry, but this is an iconic moment. I still have his signature.
Yeah.
And meeting Russell Simmons, like that's a legend too, and
100%, dude.
And
Def Jam.
Yeah, Def Jam. See, and meeting him, and I still got his signature too. I keep it, but yeah. Anyway,
bro, that's
I'm like crazy, right?
But listen, that's the difference between you and like a lot of these guys. Like people will see like an artist coming down or like say a show that they want to do and be like, oh, I want to be on that show, but then they'll just like stay at home and do nothing. You actually like, oh, he's coming. Let's go there. Let's try to meet him. Let's do something. Like, especially now, people want to go to a show. They just sit at home trying to get, like, how are you going to get booked? Go to the venue. Meet somebody. You know what I mean? Try to make some connections. Like, people just sit at home and expect things to happen. Like, nothing happens when you're at home. Go out and create something, you know? The most deals I've gotten, I never went out with that in mind. I would just be out and shit would just happen because you're there in the room. People come up with an idea. And then when they come up with it, you're right there. Then you become a part of that thing, and then that shit happens. But if you're not there, they don't think of you because they can't see you, and then someone else might get that opportunity, right?
Totally.
Like you did. Like say you saw he was coming, and you just decided not to go. You never would have had that moment where you made the hoodie and actually got to talk to him. That's and like crazy. Gave him the, you know what I mean? Like you never had that back and forth. Like
no, totally. Like
if you just stayed home and you say you were lazy that day and you didn't want to go out, you never would have had that experience.
No,
you know what I mean? So you gotta like
get up and do once shit. In a lifetime. Like Russell Simmons has only come here for an autograph signing once.
Still going on tours.
No,
Russell Simmons.
it was just, and shout out to Adam.
Yeah.
He knew about it. I didn't even know. Adam was like,
So
he was like, let's go.
There you go. Yeah.
Let's get. We had shirts made and everything.
That's it.
And I was 100% down with it, but he actually initially knew about it. I remember that. So shout out to Adam again, man. Adam Martin was like one of the first guys. He actually was more into the promoting even before I knew.
Yeah.
He was more on the business side.
Yeah.
So like
Monday Night Live, Fresh Coast,
yo,
Emotions.
Unbelievable.
That's sick.
June 22nd, 2003. So here we go. Oh my God. Tickets and flyers.
Yeah, that's
yo.
sick.
It's funny enough, we actually just
Dave definitely one of the ones putting artists on in the city.
Yeah, this is Emotions right here putting on to the city, man.
Help put us on too.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's funny that I have this. This is June 22nd, 2009. So you can see like the progression. But 2 years later, when we started venturing out, or even me, and really like Fresh Coast, Fresh Coast be putting on, man. Fresh Coast been putting on for before people know what putting on was.
Yeah,
for real.
For sure.
Like there might be.
You went on tour with them.
I did. Yeah, I went on tour with Dave.
That's
and,
dope.
One of the best producers and DJs and most amazing guys I've ever met was Fresh Kills. DJ Fresh Kills from Toronto.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Me, him, and Emotions had the craziest, funnest times on tour. Yeah, we'd laugh till our stomach hurt. We'd be like, oh yeah, just like getting into, smoking weed out of apples, come back to a show, come back to the hotel, first thing in the morning, boom, we out, gone. Didn't even have time to wake up yet. Boom, we're on the road again. Just 30 shows.
Tour life. 30 shows?
30.
God damn.
Yeah, it was like quite a bit. Or we had, I can't remember, maybe it wasn't that many, but it was about 20 some shows, and we got more added within just over a month.
Nice, wow.
So we were gone for about 3 weeks. We came back for like a day or two, and then we were gone again for like another remainder, all the way from here to Kelowna to, like Golden, Fernie, a bunch of cool like small towns with 6 shows.
Yeah.
Calgary, we did a skate park, custom built skate park.
That's sick.
Custom, like, that's pretty cool. I get there's a bar, there's guys like, what do you need? Everything. We got everything you need.
Nice.
We go in the back. My buddy Drastic came out. He was in Calgary working. Nice. Huge, like, on the back of the place, they had a big projection screen, so it was like 100-foot TV on the back. Damn. Like, I've never done, like, it was a very VIP show.
That's crazy.
So that one was nuts. We went to Edmonton. Yeah. We did a show in Edmonton. It was freezing cold. We went to Tofino. We did a show in Tofino. We went everywhere on tour.
Yeah.
And Dave really helped put me on. And, like, Dave took me to the next level when it comes to that. Much respect. Give your flowers, bro. We love you.
For sure.
Without Dave, Emotions, Dave Nelson, putting on for the city. He put on the city, within the city, light years ahead as well. Like, he's still doing it. He's still putting people on. Every time he goes on tours, he's still be taking people. He doesn't have to. No. He really doesn't. No, he does not have to do it.
Yeah.
So, again, that tour was crazy. And I learned so much from Fresh Kills, too, man. Just joking, like...
Yeah.
I don't even know an exact moment, but just, like...
Yeah, to get
being on, and plus I look up to Emotions, and to be on, and I knew I would work with them, and to be on tour, and
that's what it is.
For me, that's one-on-one time, 100%. We really had good fun, and
that's dope.
Made just killer shows and good memories, man. Picking up rocks, like from fucking certain places, and keeping them as mementos. I still like. No, it sounds stupid, but everything is symbolic,
For sure. Not for you.
Oh, there's everything, dude.
Platinum Fridays.
Platinum, July 30th, 2009. We're going all over the place tonight. It's okay. We're just... So Faze was putting on shows at the Wild Coyote.
Which is gallery now.
It's, gallery now. So
totally different venue.
July 30th, 2009. Elite Player Entertainment. Platinum presents Faisal. Stars Baby C. Live drums by Nick Saber and John Jalisco, DJ Kells, and Icy Touch. Jesus. Wow.
Icy Touch was the Elite Players DJ at that point.
That's insane.
Put him on all the shit that we were on. Heat Wave. Oh, who's the guy by right under Heat Wave? On that platinum?
Oh, that's Mic Dreams.
Yeah. No.
Who is it? Hammy the Northern Mike.
Yeah, it is Hammy.
So there's another.
Yes.
Oh, man. We got flyers for days. Like, I can't see it. I'm just putting them up. Platinum shows, whatever.
Fridays. We got the old EP logo on there.
That's the old. Zone. I love that logo.
Yeah, no, that shit's the OG.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I should do like retro hoodies with that.
Yeah, man. August 27th, 2009. See, we were talking about the shows, but now we have dates and flyers and same things. What's this? Wild Style Wednesdays. Oh, this one I did October 21st, 2009. P. Shigs, Deja, Hammy, Born Stoned.
Oh, by the way, speaking of all these Wild Coyote shows, I got to shout out Colin, who was the owner of Wild Coyote at that time, who fucking let me come in and always supported my music and always supported my nights. So shout out to you, Colin, if you're watching. If not, tell Colin. If anybody that knows him, fucking thank you for letting me come in and do all that shit, because I did so many fucking shows there and it helped build the name for sure. So I always forget. What is this?
So this was a Halloween show, Climax. I believe. See, October 5th, 2010. The Duelist, Jetus, Hammy, Drastic Measures, and Justin Brave. That's crazy. $7 advance, 10 at door, save a whole $3 if you get the tickets. You gotta love those tickets when it's like $10.
My tickets now, man.
$10. $3
more. It's gonna be $3 more next week.
Oh no. But back then, $3 was like $9. I know, right? Well, with today's inflation, it's more like $13.50. But
that's the best.
Unreal. Like, there's so many crazy shows and flyers of stuff.
Yeah.
And so this is another cool story. So this is one of, I'll just do a quick one.
Yeah.
So it was a Tech 9 competition.
Okay.
In Surrey. Everyone wanted on. It's about 2014-15. I can't remember. I've already opened for Tech, I think once or twice with Status Crew. Shout out Hope and Doobie, Brothers for Life. They put me on too. I put them on. They're kind of like my same thing. We all roll crews.
Yeah.
That's how it is. But so there's a competition. You got to send in your best song. I'm like, okay, I got this. I manifested it. I'm like, just like how I always do with things. I'm like, I'm gonna win. I'm not just gonna just say it. And I posted online like, hey everyone, like if you're in this competition, no hard feelings, but I'm putting in the work and I'm gonna win this. And 30 people were like, oh boy, because you better not be calling that out. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be doing that. You're jinxing it. I'm like, didn't say anything bad. I was like, I know what I'm prepared to do.
It's gonna happen.
I got my guitar guy, Ricky Rain.
Yeah.
So he's a black country singer. I'm a white rapper. He was my neighbor. So when we do stuff together, it's white like, what the fuck? Exactly. Yeah. But I knew to win this comp, okay, I can practice as much as I want. I can be dope. But how are you going to stand out in a competition over everyone else? So everyone's going to come grab a mic and just rap.
Yeah.
I knew this, but I'm like, okay, fuck that shit. I'm going to bring my guitar guy.
Uh-huh.
We practiced every day. Man, we got in like an argument even on the last day. Like, because we were going so hard to the point I'm like, that's it, Ricky. He's like, I was like, I'm done with you, Hammy, right now. I'm like, go to bed, Rick. And then that was it. And I'm like, okay, we were supposed to have practice that day. We skipped it. We're like, I'll just see you there.
Right.
But I put in the work every day for about 3 weeks. No shit. Every single day after work, I'd bust everything in my car on the road, walk up the Millardville Hill with my bag. I'm like, just determined to win. He's like, oh, Hammy, I need I need wine. I can't play without wine. I'm like, what else do you need?
Yeah.
Oh, my guitar string broke. I need to get these specific guitar strings.
Jeez.
I don't even know what I'm doing. So like, okay.
Yeah.
Every time I go, he's asking something new. But I'm like, just do it.
Get it, yeah.
Water this flower.
Yeah.
Keep him happy, because when we go to the stage.
Yeah.
So again, I called it out.
Yeah.
I went there. Everyone's just like I said. No one brought like an extra instrument or something live.
Yeah.
So
they didn't stand out.
So, Prev was a judge. Okay. Shout out Prevail. Kiprios was a judge. That's why I just remembered. And Neff. Neff is his cousin. Right. Prev's
Yeah.
Or nephew. It's his nephew, so that's why I call him Neff. So they were the judges, and I know them because we do shows with Status Crew. And I went up to Prev because he knows I'm like, everyone knows I roll with him. He rolls with Status Crew. We're kind of like in the same crew.
Right.
So I went up to Prev. I'm like, just because you know me, don't judge me any differently. If anything, judge me harder. Because you know what I can do and what I'm capable of. Don't go easy on me. Don't let me win.
Yeah.
Because of he knew. He's like, I'm gonna come hard as anyone.
Yeah.
I went up, did the show, and I did like an introduction every time. Like, yo, this is a black country singer. I'm a white rapper. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But it works.
Yeah.
And no one would do that. Never do a story.
Yeah.
With the song or how you met a guy. They just came out, grabbed the mic, started rapping. Bland as fuck.
Yeah.
No story. No like. You don't have attachment. When I tell a story to like why I wrote a song and how you feel an attachment with that song. No one else was doing that.
Yeah.
One time I think I dropped the mic. I'm like, oop, dropped the mic.
Yeah.
I killed it.
Yeah.
I really fucking killed it to the point where other people's mums who came to see them perform were like, bravo!
Yo.
I have this old footage of it online.
Really?
Yeah, I'll find it to you.
240p?
Yes, it's all blurry too. It's so blurry. It's so blurry. But and I killed it. But
God. It was the same guy that shot our EPK.
But I didn't really know Kip at the time, and he kind of was like, "Yo," he's like, "Mike," he's like, "You are thinking outside the box." They all gave me critical stuff too. But I remember winning, and it was like a clear, decisive moment. So bad that when I got off the stage, people were already leaving. They already like, I'm not even gonna stay to see who wins. You already won.
Shit.
So I smoked, and this was the coolest part. When everyone was in there, everyone was in like the club watching all night. Not that we didn't want to support. We weren't there to see them. We didn't want anyone to even see us.
Right.
So when they called our name, we came in like dun 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 dun, like the Rocky song comes on. They're like,
oh shit,
because they haven't seen us all night. We were just sipping in the van, sipping wine, waiting for a moment. They don't know we're there.
Nice.
They don't know we're there.
Yeah.
We come out indiscreetly.
Yeah.
And then they're like, it's good. Exactly. We made an entrance. I came up. I did my talking. We just murdered it, and it's a moment I'll never forget. And even Kip and all of them were like. Kip was like, this is the first time he knew of me, and he's like, Hammy, he's like, wait, you guys killed it. Like, the way you guys work together, you're like Batman and Robin. That's what they called us. And I'll never forget, shout out Kiprios, I love you, bro. Shout out Prev, shout out Neff. Man,
that's dope.
It was one of my, besides like my calling in moment, this was like a defining, like, it's like winning a championship because I really wanted this, and so I did open for Tech 9.
You already said you won, so you had to.
I did exactly. You better. That's what I'm saying.
Fucking win, bro.
But I do that all the time. I say something, I think it, I manifest it, I speak it out loud, and then I work my fucking ass off until I get it. Cause now I can't just. What if I lose now?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's even no one would look down on me if I did, but
but still, you can't announce it.
You know,
your credibility's like, I don't know.
But that's just how I am, and that's all stems from shit that we did, all these battles I did, all these shows I did, all this preparation, the Platinum, the Monday Night Lives, the Wednesdays, the freaking. The countdowns, the New Year's shows you put on in hall. You started to do hall shows too. Taking everything.
You know what? Because I wanted to do a New Year's show.
Oh look, he was Matthew Myers.
Oh, we changed it.
I just realized. Anyway, sorry to cut you off.
No, that's funny because we saw.
I love Matt.
We saw him on Elite Player show. And his name was Pizza Boy. We're like, why is it still Pizza Boy? I'm pretty sure we fixed that.
But it must have been the last. It must have taken
a little bit. Yeah.
It took a couple shows before.
Yeah, because I know on the mixtape it's Matthew Myers, so we might have changed.
I remember an album where it was like a pizza box too. Don't you remember? He had an album with the cover with a pizza box.
I mean, how do you not? There was Pizza Boy. If he didn't, I would be disappointed.
Oh man.
No, but I remember I was like, yo, why is it still Pizza Boy? That's so funny. Because on the Van City All-Star 3 flyer, it says Pizza Boy, right? I don't know.
Let's check.
Like
see now.
Yeah,
see
let's
now.
check. It's right there somewhere.
We can check now. We have.
So
oh wow, here it is. So I have to show
this.
this.
Does it say Pizza Boy? Or does it say Matthew Meyer?
It's Pizza Boy.
Yeah.
So this is Van City All Stars 3.
So
this is the only flyer it pretty much known to man. You could sell some of these flyers online.
Yeah. That shit's wild.
So there's
I don't know what picture that
Faze,
is.
There's Emotions. He came out to beatbox.
Yeah, he hosted the night. Here?
We got C Styles.
He hosted the whole night.
Yeah, Emotions hosted the night, and
yeah.
And then here's the back too, like crazy. Like you have no idea how nostalgic this shit fucking really is, because like, again, no one like. You're putting on a lot of the best of the times. And one thing that you did is you incorporated club DJs.
Yeah.
Into like the mixes.
Yeah.
That wasn't really getting done a lot too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
C Styles went on like most of Kel's, oh wow, I've seen Kel's radio here and there.
Yeah. He was a regular at Yodi. He was like the house DJ pretty much.
And D City, I remember them. They used to kill shit.
D
City, shout out D City.
They told me the day of that show that they saw Van City All Stars 2, and they're like, we're gonna be on this show next year. Like that was a goal that they made.
Oh really?
Yeah.
See, I love manifestation
They
stories.
told me that the day of the show. I'm like, oh, that's crazy.
Yo, shout out to anyone right now. Say something, even if it sounds outrageous. Like, I'm going to be on this show. I'm going to make $1 billion. If you say it, think it, and put in the work, you would be surprised what magic starts to happen. Yeah. You know?
The funny story about that show, I headlined it. I never wanted to headline. Like,
there's Asylum Lab on there, too.
What's that?
Asylum Lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first Van City All-Star, Van City All-Star, the first one and the second one, I never performed. I didn't even open. I didn't do anything, right? I wasn't even going to be in the third one.
You put on everybody. You didn't even...
I didn't even want to.
You didn't even want to perform.
No, it's just that after the second one,
putting on the biggest Van City All Stars, like the show everybody would want to be on every year. Yeah. He doesn't even want. The poor guy don't even want to be on his own.
Because I'm trying to run the show. I can't perform and fucking run the show. Like no,
it's true.
It's a lot, especially headlining too.
It is true. It's very. You look funny as.
I don't know what kind of fucking picture that is.
What were you doing?
That's like drunk.
You're like take pictures.
That's the one.
Yo, take pic.
Bitch, it's my show. Couldn't give a fuck.
Oh my god.
I know. I remember looking at that picture. I'm like, why did I do that?
Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe, especially on his IG. Me too. Everything. At Mic Dreams Music.
Faze.ep on IG. Like and subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah, you know what it is.